London Jen, all one word, three ends of my Jen. I've just taken the biggest gulp of cold tea. That was not nice. But what is nice is the crazy No Loose Chat era versus era card. This is era versus era in 8 minutes, where the battlers from the card get in 8 questions. That's fucking me up all night tonight. Era versus era in 8 questions, where the battlers get 15 minutes to answer my 8 questions about them, their opponent, the card, their era, all of that good stuff. So without further delay, I'm going to bring on tonight's, I think, fifth guest. I've had 4 already tonight.
Already. What's going on, Jen?
How goes it? How you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Thanks again for having me.
No problem, no problem. We are going to get straight into these questions. Ask you first, when was your era and where do you rank yourself in it?
You know what? I started battling in August 2020. I had no prior UK battle rap or any battle rap experience before that. So I'm not sure how many people came through around the same time. I thought my era was just everyone in the process, to be honest. I had no idea. I found out after. So I would say maybe 2020 to 21. If there's a class before that, then I don't know. But that's what I would say.
Yeah, no, definitely. And where do you rank yourself within your class, your era?
In my own confidence in my own ability, I feel like I'm first, but just being like a realistic head, there's only 2 people that I would even have the conversation with of saying they're better. I lost a judge battle to Tech, so I'll give it to him. And until me and Georgie Roots have a conversation, I put him above me. He's putting in that work, you know what I mean? He's putting in that work, so I got respect it, innit? Like as a fan of battle rap, innit? Like if I wasn't battling in that, I'd be respecting what he's doing, innit? So yeah. And apart from that, on a level with me, everyone's good, but I just feel like I'm different, innit? That's just natural, innit? So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just natural.
I like it. I love it. Love the confidence. What do you think of your opponent's era and where do you rank them in it?
Do you know what? I didn't even know what his era was until he actually said it. In about hour before I joined this, I watched his one. So if he's saying like Trouble, iKid, Bracy, I'm not sure who else is in there, then to be honest, as a name, I'd definitely say first. In terms of ability, definitely top 2, if not first. From the names that I'm aware of as being around his era, then yeah, top first or top 2. There could be an argument, but.
And what do you think of that era of battlers? Those names there, I think you mentioned.
I like them, to be honest. I didn't realize that was his era, so that sounds like my favorite era.
Yeah.
Out of the battlers that I've seen, that sounds like my favorite one. I could be wrong, but it sounds like my favorite one. Didn't Scoot come around them times as well?
I think Scoot was a little before that.
Okay.
Yeah, a year or 2 before that.
Might be my favorite
one. Which of your eras was the tougher one to make a name for yourself in?
Do you know what? That's been the hardest question that I thought about trying to ask, innit? And I just figured no idea because I don't really look backwards. I wasn't around for their eras. I don't know about nothing else. Once YD came here, that's the era started, innit? So I don't really know. Everyone talks about, it was like this, it was like that. And I don't know, bro. I just show up and rap in it. That's all I do. So I feel like anytime, any era, any year, if I showed up and rapped, I would have got a good response. So that's how I feel.
That's a great point. So talk to, I think you guys, a lot of the eras are defined by a particular something that's going on in the scene. But I think your era is defined by a global pandemic.
Facts.
Yes. So talk about making a name for yourself. Well, you might not be able to speak about, what it was like for those guys to make a name back then, but talk about what it's like to make a name for yourself in a pandemic where there are no crowds, there are, very few people, events.
Well, I feel like it's a double-edged sword because I hear what some of the other eras are saying, innit? Like I hear their points, innit? It makes sense, innit? But it's at the same time, if we're talking about we're in the middle of a global pandemic, who's watching battle rap? Who's showing up to events? Who cares about it like that? We made them care.
Well, you can't show up to events because there's no crowd. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But since the new era came through, like, why wasn't they doing that then during the pandemic? Why weren't they doing it? We came through, we done it, we got the buzz. Everyone's buzzing now. You gotta give us our props. You gotta give us our props. We came up and done it. That's what we done, innit? Like, we did it. You lot say, oh, we could have, like, we done it. We done it. That's what we did, innit? Last 12 months was us. I don't know what anyone else was really on that. You know what I mean? I never saw them.
Such a widey answer. I love it. Well, yeah, like, doesn't matter what they were doing. Like, it's about what I'm doing. I'm here now and I'm doing this shit. Like, don't really...
remember, Jen, I started watching battle rap a couple years ago. Like, if that, probably around the pandemic times. So I didn't even know we could battle rap. So you can't say, like, I hear people talking about, oh, man sat down during the pandemic and decided I want to be a battle rapper. No, a man phoned me and said, yo, you can rap. I said, cool. And now I'm here. And you know my name. And you know my name. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know.
So you haven't had the opportunity. Obviously, your first battle was at the first round of the Process tournament, which had we won't talk about numbers. It was within restricted guidelines, but the vibe,
of course. 102.
There were 1 or 2 people there, and the vibe in that event was, you know, people still talk about it, considering it was a tiny crowd and it was under those conditions. The vibe in that building. And then also the similarly restriction compliant final had an amazing vibe in that building. But what's your anticipation like for the crowd that there will be at the venue that it will be at?
Do you know what? I kind of come into my own when there's a crowd, as you guys have probably even seen, you know what I mean? It kind of just energizes me a bit more, you know? I've never rapped in a room and been told I'm shit. I've never rapped in a room and been told, I get off, stop. That's never happened in my whole life, ever, really. Like, ever. I walked in this room, said, Addy, boom, boom, innit? 20-second react. I don't even know these people. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do, innit? So, yeah, that's how I see it. It just is what it is. This is what it is.
Okay. Why did you take this battle?
Do you know how it went? So this is Snoop and this is me, yeah? YD, Surfer. Already, let's go. It went like that. On my life, it went like that.
I believe you.
It went like that. It was like, already, but all right, let's go. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this could have been a bigger battle. I feel like once I built up a bit more of a name and respect for myself and that, like, people will be looking at that like the big Nick, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's the big battle, top of the card and all of that there, innit? But you can't turn down an opportunity like that, you know what I mean? So I appreciate the league, I appreciate Surfer, I appreciate all the bloggers and everything that's gassing it up. I appreciate the fans that say they want it, that they like the battle. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. And I think, you know, like you say, it would have been, I would be perhaps inclined to agree with you. And, you know, I spoke about this earlier on at the beginning of the year, talking about maybe for next year, this would be dope. But, you know, I think in a lot of respects, I was totally wrong. And even, you know, even in your case, I do think, you know, this is one of those, it's a big step up, but I think you're rated highly and you've made the name for yourself with, you know, the amount of content that you've got because of your potential, basically what you've done and the potential that you've shown that you have. So to be given a sort of such a big step up very early, yes, there might be people say, oh, maybe he's not ready, or maybe it would be a better battle in a year's time. But the advantages that you can get from this huge step up, you know, could be immense. You know, you put on a great performance, you know, and you learn a lot. You've had to, before you've even stepped in, you've had to learn a whole lot more than if you were battling someone, you know, of your class, if you were battling someone who didn't have Surfer's name, who didn't have his resume, who didn't have, you know, his capabilities. You've already had to step up just to write for that. So then to go through the battle, you know, with someone like Surfer, you're gonna learn an awful lot. So
that's what I'm here to. Remember, I said that from my first interview. I said I'm here to learn, man.
That's exactly what you said. Yeah.
You know, I'm here to learn, and like fighting is gonna give you the best experience for that. You know, but this is less about Surfer in that sense of more of me just just proving whether I can hang here. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like just I'm taking every battle as just whatever's just in front of me, and I'm just gonna do whatever I do, and whatever the outcome is, it is. As long as I've got a strong performance that makes people want to see me again and see what I do and meet, watch me come to work, I'm happy, man. I'm happy with that. I feel like it's gonna be a big one. I definitely feel like it's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, me too, for sure, for sure. What do you rate about your opponent?
He's wicked, isn't it?
He's a wicked man for sure.
Wicked man. You know, do you know what? This is probably more of a mirror match than people even realize on a multitude of reasons, isn't it? Like, I see the way he's come in the game. I see his styling as well. Like, he's got that kind of fast energy, punching. Like, I like to talk a bit more and paint a bit more of a picture with mine, but I like that style. And funny enough, I think I said on, it might have been when I was talking with the Roofers, I was saying for later down in the life, one of the people I like is Surfer. Shout out the Roofers, man. Well, I told them one of the people I like is Surfer. You know what I mean? I like the energy. I like the whole package that comes with it, innit? Because there's energy around it. It's, you know what I mean? Someone's going to promote the battle, whatever. They're going to do little promos, like he's getting the promo game up just like mine, you know what I mean? So I felt like, this is something that if I put a lot into it, I will get a lot out of it. I definitely will get a lot out of it, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see Surfer's, was it yesterday, his promo art?
Yeah, I got that as my display picture, man. I got that as my display picture. That's
crazy. Of course. When I just messaged you on WhatsApp, I was thinking, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's what I'm trying to say. Because that's the kind of stuff I think about doing. But he does it. He does it. You know what I mean? So I respect that. I respect that. You know, he's got all of these different characters and stuff in it. So yeah.
Why do you beat him?
Because I'm YD, man. I'm YD. I'm coming to do what I'm coming to do. I've got a name, I've got a brand to represent, you know, that I'm building. I got to represent that. I got to represent my area. This is still Northwest versus South, you know what I mean? Brent versus Lewisham. It's all of that. All of that. I'm bringing all of that type of energy in it, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like his era might have been done by now. His era might be done now. Like, this is the next step now. I feel like it might be done by now. It might not, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. What do you think, other than potentially your battle, what do you think takes battle of the night or battle of the event?
And I can't say me.
I can't say you.
Maybe Surfer versus YD. Do you know what? I think a lot of people are going to sleep on iKid versus Villain.
Okay.
Because based on Villain's last couple of performances, they might be not expecting so much. But if you go back and check the history, he's a name for a reason.
He's that guy.
You know, iKid's even got battles that we can't even view for specific reasons, and I know he's a killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's one people are gonna sleep on, definitely. Rivers and Moke's definitely one of my favorite ones anyway. That's two of my favorite battlers in the UK anyway. So that's great to see that happening. You know what I mean? Like I've had them in my top 5 from what, you know, my battle rap knowledge is very small, but I've had them in my top 5 from when I first came in the game. Everyone I watched, I said them two definitely. There's so much on it I'm looking forward to. Do you know what? I'm even looking forward to Frost and Jizz.
For sure.
For sure. That because I haven't seen much of what Giz can do, but I know what Frost can do. He can always entertain, you know what I mean? He can always entertain. Roots and Tony's gonna be crazy. Like, you know, Caps and Black T. I am excited for that. I am actually Black T's another one that I really liked his round against Smoke. I haven't seen much else, but I like that so much. So, and I feel like Caps, he's gotten whatever out his system. He's had that battle with Surfer now. Now I feel like we're gonna get that proper Caps now. I feel like the one that I should have battled. You know what I mean? So he's got to kind of put up a performance that makes people say, "Rah, why didn't you bring that one for YD? He might not even be here if you bought that." That's what I'm expecting from Caps. You know what I mean? That's what I'm expecting. Tech versus Tech. Listen, what is this card? What is it? What is going on?
Tell me in 10 seconds why people should go and cop tickets for the event, get the pay-per-view.
YD. Last year they didn't know me. Now I'm here. YD. RIP Sense. Forever. RIP Snatch Colossal Clothing. I'm about to smoke Surface boots. Let's get out of it, man. Yeah? Northwest all day. Let's go. Show you the wicked man is.